let's move on. And we've got a little bit of a track record now in this program of focusing on young New Zealanders who are full of potential and trying to make a difference and trying to get on with their lives. And I think a lot of us and a lot of people I've talked to over the last few days have got an enormous amount of respect for and interest in 17-year-old Lennox Goodhue, who is a student at Kaitaia College. And he's been selling ice blocks there for a while, but the authorities are raining on his entrepreneurial parade a little bit. Lennox Goodhue, who's getting ready for school, joins us on the phone now. Lennox, how are you? Good morning and welcome.
I'm good. Good morning. Thank you very much.
Boy, this story's kicked off, huh? You're quite famous now.
Oh, it has. It's awesome.
Hey, Lennox, let's just go back to the start. It's hot up there in Kaitaia, up north. And your school tuck shop, or because I'm an old guy, I say tuck shop, the canteen closed. When was this, a couple of years ago?
2021, our canteen closed, yeah.
All right, and you thought, market opportunity.
Yes.
Okay, when did you start buying ice blocks, putting them in a chili bin and taking them to school and flogging them?
Basically, year 11, I was 15 years old at the time, and I just turned up. I got the idea, said, I could really do with an ice block right now, a GC, and then I just turned up the next day with a chili bin in tow and started walking around with a little sign, selling them for about $1.50, and then every day I kept selling more and more and more, and it just took off from there.
All right, and obviously that is a service. You, in the true spirit of entrepreneurship, see a market and you're providing willing seller, willing buyer. What was your markup on the juices, mate?
Oh, they were pretty good. I have to say.
So that was, and also you make an earner because that is the price of taking the risk of buying the ice box. I want to ask you, Lennox, and this has been the question getting me, who taught you, because that is classic entrepreneurship, 2 years ago, that opportunity that you took. Had you been taught that in a class at school or not?
No, I had not. I had not taken any kind of subject that had anything to do with that before then. It was just, I've always kind of been like that, always seen an opportunity and just get in there.
Okay, and that's what I was really interested in. Is this a natural flair you have for entrepreneurship, or was it something that you'd learned at college? So look, that went pretty well for a while. Did you expand your product range?
Yes, I expanded into other flavours of ice blocks, and then in the winter I'd walk around with, I'd get the muffins from Pack and Save and things like that. And actually, I have to say, the principal was very supportive. I went up to her and I said, look, I'm selling ice blocks at lunch because it's so hot. And she said, oh, well done. What a great idea. And she just told me to go ahead. And then it was only the board that had a problem with it.
Did you ever sell them to teachers?
Yeah, no, teachers would buy them as well. They'd buy them for students. I'd say, this student's been really good. I'll buy them an ice block.
Okay, and when did it start to go sideways, Lennox? Tell us how that happened.
Well, I had asked to do it again in the following summer, and I told that I had to propose to the board, and I wrote to the board, and they said that they declined the proposal because of food, health and safety, and that it's a personal venture as opposed to fundraising. I was like, oh, okay. And I had a look at I rung up the ministry myself, and I did my own research. So I didn't just take what they said and believe it. I actually rung up the ministry, and they said, well, no, because it's pre-packaged. There's nothing
no
to do
health
with
and
food,
safety
health
issues.
And safety. Yeah. And so I took my findings back to the board, and they didn't really get anywhere. I also offered, I said, well, okay, look, you said that it's a personal venture as opposed to fundraising. How about I give a percentage of the profits to the school? We can negotiate. And they declined that proposal as well. And then I kept writing back to them and talking about how, they're not enabling my entrepreneurial spirit, but that didn't get anywhere. And then at the start of last year, they said, the only way you can do it is if you give us all the profits. And I thought to myself, okay, right.
Now, was that all the profits or all the turnover?
All the profits.
Okay, well, you could probably take a little bit out for various things that you provide and put some markup on your services.
Exactly, that's what I did. So I took a wage. I had an FPOS machine. I had to pay for that. I have to drive. I live out of Kaitaia, so about 20 minutes. So I have to drive into Pack and Save every morning. So I would claim on my petrol, freezer for the power at home when I would purchase chili bins, all that. And I sold the ice blocks for 1.5 years at school. I even had a little shop at school, like a sliding window where I'd sell them, and I'd have kids helping me out, and I'll give them a box of ice blocks at the end of the day. And it was awesome. And then this year, there was a bit of poor puppy syndrome going on, and a few...
Did you have some competition? Did you have someone also wanted to sell ice blocks?
No, nothing like that. It was just there were some teachers that were getting, I would say, maybe jealous, and then the board asked for a breakdown of my business, and I gave them a breakdown. I said, look, here you go. You guys get the profit. These are the expenses involved.
Were you paying? I have to ask, Lennox. Were you paying charging GST? Were you paying withholding tax on your wage?
I was paying tax on my wage. I wasn't paying GST because you don't have to pay GST unless you're over a certain threshold of turnover.
Okay, so you were under the 3. But you checked all that out, right? You were compliant everywhere you needed to be compliant.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, so where are you at right now, as of now?
Right, where I am right now?
No, in terms of the business, where are things at?
In terms of the business, so they shut it down. They didn't actually say it was because I took a wage. They came up with some other reason, saying in order to ensure equitable access to fundraising. So I ripped that to them and said, hey, look, okay, equitable access. Maybe if other people wanted to sell or something like that. And I thought, okay, why don't we come up with a calendar and, students that want to sell, we could all have a day each and, kind of work it like that. And they agreed, and then I got back this term, and then they said, oh, yeah, the calendar's coming along, but also you're going to have to use our FPOS machine. The school purchased an FPOS machine, so I can't use my own one. And then they said, oh, and also cash will be handled by a teacher, and then you'll just get reimbursed for your
Why? What was their reason for that?
Oh, I don't even know. And they said that, because, and then other students will be... But, since I've been back at school, there's been no other students selling things. So that didn't happen.
It's going to be a long, hot summer at Kaitaia College without your...
Will be.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I said, we were meant to start, I was meant to start it back again, but they haven't given me the green light to start back. I said, okay, I'll be keen to volunteer my time, maybe 1 or 2 days a week. I mean, I won't do 5 days a week like I used to because I won't be getting a wage. But I said, I'm happy to volunteer 1 or 2 days a week. But they haven't even, I agreed to their terms and they haven't even gotten back to me. And it's been about 5 weeks now.